Thank you very much.
All right, so from that report you saw there, this latest project by the Yobe State government and partners for persons returning back to their communities, how do you think this infrastructure will help these people?
Thank you very much. Bunyadi name is a town, is a household name when it comes to livestock market and buying and selling of farm inputs since time immemorial. This is a town that 20, 30 years ago, people from the southern part of the country, the Igbos, the Yorubas come in, buy goats, they buy farm inputs, take it to the south. So it's a household name. This town has been affected by the Boko Haram crisis. It's one of the worst hit town during the crisis. And when the governors of the Lecture region came together and formed the Regional Stabilization Fund, and I believe it is in place and at the right time, the construction of these lock-up shops. These are shops that have been destroyed by the Boko Haram, and this will revive the economy of the community, will bring back unity among different parts of the country, and it will improve the security of the region, because it will give opportunity for young ones to be engaged, to get a paid job to do. It will bring back the lost glory of that community. And when we go to the education component, that's the school built in partnership with the NNPC and Shell Petroleum Development Company. It's a model school, very unique, international standard, and it gives a sense of belonging to the returning IDPs. IDPs have returned, peace has returned. What is remaining next is economy of the community, their livelihood, and to ensure that there's a good education at the primary and basics level, so that the next generation that will come on board will love education, will get the best education, and thereafter will not be lured into the activities of the non-state armed groups.
All right, so you talked about their livelihood now. Apart from the infrastructure you are providing or you've provided, what else is your administration providing for these IDPs?
The administration of Excellency Governor Malabuni has been supporting the IDPs in terms of livelihood, giving small grants to women returnees, giving small grants to elderly persons that have returned, as well as providing opportunities for youth to be engaged, so that it will discourage them and deter them from joining any sect or any non-state armed groups. So empowerment is ongoing. Even as His Excellency is launching the Sunday lock-up shops, there was an empowerment program that is ongoing, giving some startup grants to women that are returning, or the elderly, or also pregnant and lactating mothers that don't have any work to do. It's just small stipend that will help them set up some businesses at their doorstep and use the profit and send their children to school.
Well, can the government guarantee the safety of lives and property for these people returning going forward?
Of course, there are security formation in that community, and Bunyadi has been peaceful over the time. And most interesting is the fact that the administration of His Excellency Governor Malabuni has been on top of supporting the security with logistics and other means of support. And community policing, community ownership of the security situation, community ownership of the facilities, these are things that have been integrated in the administration of His Excellency Governor Malabuni. And going forward, I think people are owning their security. People feel safe in Bunyadi now. And we hope with more support and more prayers from partners that are key into the priority of this government, Bunyadi will be another, bounce back to its lost glory, and will be a role model to other communities to follow, to copy.
All right. Can you give us a total figure of these IDPs in Yobe State, and what do you think can be done to meet their daily needs? I mean, they will be needing a lot to keep them up going every day. What plans do you have at the moment for that?
At the moment, the approach by His Excellency Government Malabuni is to integrate the IDPs into our host communities. Most of our we don't have an official IDP camps, but we have our IDPs in the host community, and few that are on transit locations, whereby when they came in, we'll ensure that they were stable, they were provided with basic food items and basic support from government, from our partners, before they choose where to go, either to be reintegrated or to go back to their safe communities. At the moment, except for a few locations, almost all locations in Yobe State, our IDPs have returned. But even as they return, government follows them up with support and other things. At the moment, the number keeps fluctuating depending on the locations. But we are looking at over 7,000 which have currently returned and in the host communities, and government is supporting them within available resources. But the most important part of it is the fact that for every partner that wants to support those IDPs, the partner must key into the priority of the government in terms of livelihood, in terms of economic empowerment, in terms of shelter, in terms of education, and in terms of bringing back the business that they have been doing before displacement, and now that they have returned, support them and pick up from where they have stopped. So these are the numbers we are looking at, and it keeps changing, especially with some fringes of crisis in some neighboring local governments in Borno. From people used to move into Yobe, and of course, based on humanitarian policy, we receive them, we host them, and we give them the best support here.
All right, thank you very much, the Executive Secretary, Yobe State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Mohammed Goje. Thanks a lot for your time on News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.